How you doing, everybody, and welcome back to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some dirty... This Dicey Spotlight is a $8 game on itch.io. You should get it because it's made by Panzerlion, whom I super love following on Twitter and social medias. This one is called Wave Chasers. I'm a huge fan of the Subnautica games. Anyone who knows me knows that I love the Subnautica games. And this game is about swimming and surviving on an ocean planet. So it's sci-fi, it's rules light, it's all about exploration and things like that. There's a little booklet, a character map, there's a hazard map. It's super cool. So go ahead and check it out. There's going to be a link down below. What I really like about it is actually the core PDF is compatible with TTS reading software. It has been tested with the voice app for Android, so it is accessible for the vision impaired. So go ahead and check that out. It's called Wave Chasers: Swim, Survive, Explore. It's by Panzerlion, whom we all love and adore. Go ahead and check it out. Without any further ado, please enjoy this episode of we'll say Gerg kind of scoops up Aran, says, "I'm gonna take him home to clean him up," and heads back towards the the Spine's Respite Inn and Spa. As you lock up the doors to the Mudcat Cafe.
Tomorrow, I'm going to get up and go into Greater Lug Vault and talk to the governor. And then we'll come back in the evening, have a talk with Kay and this arsonist, and figure out, what the fuck happened.
I think they set something on fire is what happened.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Helga.
Finnan just sinks down to sit on the ground for a second. He's just... I don't even have a witty response to that, Helga. That's how tired I am.
Good night.
So,
I'm not
Wait.
sleeping here, Helga.
Soot,
Good. Well, go home and good night.
Soot, waves his hand as if to, ask a question, and then gestures to the whole place. Mudcat Cafe? Tomorrow.
It's a good question. How about this? I'm gonna go have a word with somebody briefly, and I'll meet you guys back at the Spines Respite for some dinner. How's that?
Da!
Sounds good to me.
I'll meet y'all there.
I fucking love Soot's da. Jeez.
Duh.
So cute.
Da!
Yeah.
Da.
I forgot, it sounds like Helga's da.
I know,
Duh.
but I love it when you do Soot's voice, like a little cute little da.
Just Katrina, Helga, and Soot walk back to the walk back to the Spines Respite going da 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 da.
It sounds vaguely like a
Cat
song.
like
Da, 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 da.
cat like grabs a piece of bread and some cheese and is like, I have 2 levels of exhaustion, and then she just goes up to her room.
Aw.
Good night, sweet baby.
Sympathetic. Cool.
how did your day go?
Huh?
Is that the parrot?
Is that the
Yeah, you
parrot?
turn around and the parrots turn around and Cole the it's actually not bright. It's actually I don't remember if I described like what color the bird was. It's just an exotic bird, I think I said, but like he's more like a white cockatiel.
Mainly that, like, this is the first time Soot has seen another bird that can speak, so this is, like, a lot.
Aww.
And so, like, Soot, like, does a double take and rushes up to Cole and, like, I am Soot! Hello! And,
Aw.
is just very, enthused to look at, Cole.
The
Yeah.
bird, you've never seen a parrot give someone an up down, but he looks you up and down, like judgmentally.
Judgmentally?
Wait, is it a cockatiel? Is it a cockatiel or a cockatoo?
Cockatiel.
Okay.
It's a cockathreel. It's a fantasy bird.
Cockatiels are the ones with the cute little red cheeks.
It's a
they?
cockathreel.
Yeah.
The cockatoo is the big one that's mostly white,
Oh, it is a cockatoo.
but they also come in blue.
It's a cockathree.
Yeah.
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo. I'm gonna hit you.
It has 3 cocks.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Don't echidnas have anyway?
I'm leaving.
The
forever.
cockatoo, it turns out. Cole the cockatoo. Oh, look at that. Didn't plan that.
Alliterate.
He like looks you up and down and says, "Hello, welcome to the Spines Respite."
I was really hoping he'd say pretty bird.
Yeah. So
Pretty
just-
bird.
No, aw. So it just like looks around, just hello, just to see if he'll say anything else. But can I,
Do you require rooms, leisure, or both?
no.
Kid, you want a fucking room or not?
Oh my god! We already have rooms.
So it's just like bug-eyed, like.
Of course,
Can I do an insight on this fucking bird?
Roll an Arcana check.
so it doesn't deserve this verbal abuse. Cole.
18 on Arcana.
What were you trying to devise?
I'm just trying to understand if this bird has the ability to speak where I cannot.
With an 18, it seems that this bird has either been trained very well or is sentient and can talk. One of those.
No, one of the things.
Am I
You're
alone
leaning towards
in
the
lobby?
ladder.
Oh my god. Am I like alone in the lobby right now?
No, there's like a couple of people like coming in and out of the spa this late at night, and I guess Helga Still.
I like go up
course
to
it
Helga
does.
and I try to like drag her back to Cole and I like gesture between the two of us. I'm like,
Yes.
da, da.
It is the other talking bird that we know.
Da,
Soot
yes,
is a good boy.
da.
Don't worry, Soot, you're still my. Don't worry, Soot, you're still my favorite.
Thank you. Yes. And he's just making wild gestures at Cole, and it's like patting
You'll think-
his own chest. It's like
You think maybe he is like you?
he's like nodding his head, but then makes a grand gesture.
What kind of grand gesture?
Like I don't just like big,
Like a big teddy bear on
Arching.
Valentine's Day, or
Yeah.
like a big
God.
arching his arms. You guys got to figure out what he means. I can't.
like the imagination?
Yes,
you know what he's
exactly like
trying to
that.
say?
I think it's funnier if you guys
Okay.
try to interpret
You'll-
what he's trying to say.
You think maybe there is more of you and more of him? Are you connected?
Soot squints and cocks his head and shakes his head no, but then turns back to Cole and leans forward and says, "Share with me your secrets."
You want him to share with you secrets.
roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Secrets of speech? Secret of speech?
God, please give me a nat 20. Wouldn't that be so funny? Damn it. It's an 8.
He like leans forward and like kind of like cocks his head in the same direction as you, and then puts his head under his wing. You're freaking me out, kid.
So it looks like he's
This
on.
is an interesting creature.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You heard Finnan sneeze from across the trade district.
Another fucking bird that can talk. Back.
God, it's so much
It must-
worse than that.
Oh god. Why is everything is something with you?
You all know that my joke
Mikael.
characters aren't joke characters, guys. You've learned this by now.
The fucking
Yes,
bird.
we learned from Hardix.
So it's
The
not.
next boss.
Okay.
The bird is.
Soot isn't going to suggest this, but Tiffany really wants to suggest this. We
Mhm.
should kidnap the
I'd love
bird.
to hear it.
We should kidnap
No,
the bird.
Tiffany.
We should kidnap the bird. Anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. Do with it what you will.
We should kidnap the bird.
Yes.
My god. Interesting. Hot take.
I don't think it's that hot.
So
Anyway,
Finnan.
fit in.
I'm so glad that we had this diversion because this scene is not that interesting.
so what does Finnan do after he locks up?
Finnan goes to the office, the headquarters of the Blue Talon,
Okay.
and he actually goes to Kay's office first.
Oh snap. Yeah, you get up to the office and you knock on the door and you hear like some shuffling inside. It's like, hold on, one moment. Okay,
Getting
you
dressed.
can come in. And the door opens and Kay is
Yeah.
in basically a bathrobe.
Oh God.
Oh, is getting dressed.
Finnan politely
Saucy.
keeps the door open but turns away, like turns his head away.
I thought it was an emergency. Sorry. If you could just wait right there, I will be right with you.
Yeah, it's no rush.
She like steps back into her room, shuts the door. And
Oh, this
short-
crazy kid.
short minute later, steps back out, in her more loungewear, just breeches, big baggy shirt. Says, "Okay. So did you want to should I take did you bring your friends with you? Are we doing this now?"
No, that's gonna happen tomorrow. I wanted to give them a day where they don't have to worry about stuff.
It's very kind of you.
Aw.
It
I
is a
actually
lot.
wanted. Yeah, you're telling me. Fuck. He just kind of like has a hand on his forehead for a second, just. All right. Refocus. All right. I came to you actually to talk about the Mudcat.
Yes. Are you going to be moving that into the city? You're going tomorrow, right?
I mean, I'm going to speak with the governor tomorrow. I don't know from there what that will turn into, but I'm going to speak with him tomorrow.
That's a good start.
But I'd like to keep it's clear that a cafe was a good choice for Little Lugvault at the very least. And I don't want to just rip that away from people if they're enjoying it, and it seems like they were.
Mm.
I would like to requisition a particular person under your employ to take charge of the Mudcat Cafe.
All right.
I would have just gone straight to them myself, but I felt that would be poaching in a sense, and I really don't want to get on your bad side.
That is a very smart way of doing things. Would this be you're trying to move the Mudcat into? I don't fully understand. You're trying to move the Mudcat into Lugvault
No.
proper, and then have someone take
I'm-
over.
I'm going. Well, yes and no. I'm going to keep the Mudcat open here in Little Lugvault.
In the temporary district.
Yes.
All right.
Because I don't feel like I should have to rip out something that clearly your town loved so much just because something better was put in front of me. That's not how things should be done.
Okay.
And so I want to have someone to take charge of the place so that I can walk away from it and it will still operate. This is how I run things everywhere else that I've been. That's how I have a manager at every location that I can go back to and check in with. I trust them to know the business, that sort of thing.
So who did you have in mind then? This Hercules, whoever that is.
Well,
Herculean task.
he'll need some training, and I will take care of that. Henri.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, you're serious?
Dead serious.
Finn has just got this kind of like his kind of
Jesus Christ.
usual grin on. Just you miss every shot you don't take.
Uh-huh. I guess we would have to see if he's interested in that. He sure is popular with many of the locals. I think that might work actually.
Despite the laughter.
No, that the more I think about it, I kind of like this idea. This sounds very fun. All right, let's see if he's interested in that. I'll send him I guess your way tomorrow, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe what we'll do is if he's interested, I'll have him meet me, let's say about just a bit after lunchtime. I'm planning on getting over to Greater Lugvault by about lunch, and then hopefully be finished by late afternoon. Enough time to train him. By the time evening falls proper, we'll come by and have a word about the
It is just us in here.
Listen, I don't want to. We've been through some shit, all right?
I can see that. All right, and she like leans in conspiratorially. We can have the meeting about the you know what at the location that was discussed as such, therefore, ergo.
Now you're just making fun of
God.
me.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Well, you have a good rest of your evening. Get some rest. I'm sure you've got a lot of business work to do, and you'll need your energy for when you speak to the governor.
Right. Enjoy your bath. And he
Also
just
known as Papa.
Mm,
turns and walks out.
You kind of hear her just like kind of go, okay, and as the door shuts behind you.
Finn is just like Finnan actually once the door shuts, he says pretty much the exact same thing. Just all right.
And scene. So yeah, you make your way back to the Spine's Respite, and Soot is lying awake in bed. His eyes glint off the light when you open the door. He's staring up at the ceiling.
Soot,
Who am I?
Soot, you all right? Right. Did you eat something, Soot?
The
no, we didn't. Liar.
You're not here.
Liar bird. Liar bird.
I'm gonna
He's
do
a
an
player
insight.
and a liar.
I'm gonna try to figure out if he's
Haha.
lying.
I've met so many men like you.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
He's not like any man you've ever met.
19.
He's a bird.
Okay, Soot, are you lying?
Yeah, I have just been lying on this bed. I'm literally lying.
Okay. I have just about enough energy left to either eat or deal with one more big crisis. What's going on?
Soot touches his temples and like is trying to think of Cole, just the words mocking him. You freaking me out, kid. And he just he just shakes his head.
Poor buddy.
He just shakes his head at Finn and sits up out of the bed and is like, food, and just like food. Let's just get food.
Oh my god.
Poor
Right.
buddy.
Sure. And he just stumbles back downstairs and he's just like, honestly, I was hoping for a crisis, then I could just pass the fuck out.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god.
So you go out there, and Cole is not in the lobby.
We should kidnap the bird. So it's not saying this,
No.
but just throwing that out there.
I have some
That's
questions for you.
amazing.
You're not leaving here until they're answered.
Finnan literally just spends the rest of the night just like eating a proper dinner and then just says, I'm gonna rest up.
Mm.
Gotta process a whole fucking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all take care of yourselves.
What's the highest level of spell that you have, Soot?
I still have my level 4 spell, bitch.
Okay. So you
I'm
have.
sorry I called you a
Okay.
bitch.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to call a bitch. So you eventually make yourself fall asleep. You make yourself fall asleep. You just make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Finnan, you just conk the fuck out. You've had a long ass day. Your belly's full, and you just onto
Yep.
the pillow. So you kind of just lay awake in bed for a bit, and just kind of your head is reeling just with just the concept of you've thought about it before, put it out of your mind, then things will bring it up, then you put it out of your mind, but really just that age-old question, what am I, really is gnawing at you. And you fall asleep thinking about that.
Poor Soot.
Literally always thinking about that.
And your eyes snap open to darkness. And you're standing.
What?
The air in here feels old. Almost like when you've stepped into a cathedral, that just ambient echoing emptiness. And before you realize through swirling mist or smoke, something wavering in front of your vision, and floating bits of ash across your vision. In just the tiniest bit, you realize you are glowing slightly. And you're only lighting maybe like a couple of inches in front of you with this pure white gold light that is familiar whenever you cast a spell. And you look down, and your body is not solid. It's made of thousands of folding geometric panels of light, changing shape and shifting and moving. It looks very much like your spiritual weapon when you summon it, or whenever you create an effect, how the light seems to fold and shift itself. And you look up again, and off in the distance is this tiny point of light. What do you do?
I'm gonna go towards it.
Just as the thought of moving towards it crosses your mind, you feel yourself suddenly rushing forward at an immense speed, and your body didn't even move. You didn't even move a muscle. You can't even feel that you have arms or legs, but your consciousness is racing forward through darkness. The wind is just whipping at you. You feel the sensation of wind moving as you approach this pinpoint of light, which becomes a little ball of flame to a star that rushes bigger and bigger until you are staring at an entire sun. And you are still falling towards it.
I'm staring directly at it. This is everything I was taught about. This is everything I wanted. This is everything I've ever wanted. I'm trying to commit this everything to heart and memory.
You are rushing forward, and you realize this thing is getting larger and larger, and the scope of it begins to just really set in how large a sun is, how large a star is, and the heat is searing your face. And you realize you have your form again. and you're no longer rushing forward with the thought. You are now falling down. As the star opens like a massive jaw.
Yikes.
And the fire closes down upon you. And you shoot away in bed.
Okay. Can I have a last thought about it before I suddenly wake up? Just because
Sure.
I was staring so intently about the star. Was there anything?
No more thought.
No more thoughts. Head empty.
That's how Helga is.
Just all the time.
Did anything about the star's fire feel at all familiar to me?
It felt familiar, yes, but it felt nothing like the warmth of a hearth when you pray at it. And it felt more like the searing heat of a burning building.
God, I think Soot is sitting up in bed, and as much as a bird can, he might be crying and just clutching at his own hands, praying for some kind of comfort. Oh my god, this is the worst. Gosh. You son of a bitch!
So, the next morning, you are all at breakfast. Mysteriously, Cole the cockatoo is not at his desk. But Gerg and
my.
Oran are sitting next to each other.
But we told you don't kidnap the bird.
If anything, we would know where Cole is if we had kidnapped him. I'm just saying.
And just looks over. Is there usually a bird over there?
Soot's like
Yeah, I'm pretty
pointedly
sure
not
there's-
looking over there. This is a lot this morning.
Alright, alright. I'm gonna be going into Greater Lug Vault today. Any of y'all are...
You don't want us to come with you?
I was just about to say...
Sorry, you did that thing where you like open your mouth and you don't say nothing? I didn't know if you were...
You know, I could make a comment about people opening their mouths and saying a whole lot of things, but not actually saying a damn thing. But I feel like at
Ooh.
least two people at this table might throw some hands, and I'm not ready for that this early in the morning. And at least one of those hands would be on fire. I think my last comment might have gotten missed.
Wait, what? What'd you say? Bitch?
Fire.
Katrina says she wasn't paying attention.
She's still pretty tired.
Soot is just...
I said absolutely nothing. Anyhow,
Said something about fire.
Oh, fighting.
if anyone would like to come into Greater Blood Vault and meet the governor with me today, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise,
That is your father-in-law? Yes?
I don't know how they did things. We're not married.
Future father-in-law.
I'm going to go meet with the governor of Greater Lug Vault to talk about getting us settled into the city proper.
Getting other things settled. I will do the meeting at sundown.
I want to come with you, but I worry about this. She like points at her face. Do you think I don't know how weird it's gonna be to, well, let's just say it. They all seem like uppity fucks.
Ooh, Soot should repeat that phrase.
Very true.
Uppity fucks.
I'm going to write that down in my...
phrase book.
Your bird
Dictionary.
dictionary.
Yeah.
Given that the governor requested me specifically, I have a feeling that we're going to have a little more sway than the average citizen.
Hmm.
That being said, I'm not sure I trust him that much. He seemed a bit, much.
Uppity?
I will put it to you this way, Oran. I have been flirting with his daughter.
That doesn't make me feel better.
He does not like that?
And
Oran, do you think maybe you should go? Gerg and I can have a day to ourselves.
I want in on. Helga wants in on that.
not to. I was going to say. She would have. I have a feeling Kay would have said something if there was anything to watch out for with her father, the governor.
Oh, she gives you the in so you can get the in.
Finnan just finishes his coffee, just glaring
Oh,
at...
I mean the cafe, not the inn. Sorry, the cafe, not the inn.
Slams his mug down and just... I'm going to Greater Lug Vault in half an hour after I freshen up. Anybody is willing to follow.
Helga just waggles her eyebrows at him.
Don't you give me that look! And he just storms off.
It's just too much fun. It's just too much fun to mess with him.
Yeah. So waves his hand and he motions as to follow Fitnan. Without really being as uppity as usual. Yeah.
Not being an uppity fuck.
When is
Uppity.
it ever uppity?
Not up. When I say uppity, I mean peppy.
As,
peppy, okay.
As
Enthusiastic.
taking a note of that, as Finnan kind of stomps off to go freshen up, Oran kind of leans forward to the rest of you and says, "All right, look, I'm very excited for him, but look, I know you all are. Here's the thing. When I guess none of you have really spent too much time in traditionally elven culture, but being a leader, a governor of sorts, is a very, very stressful job. Running elven cities is not just being a politician. There's a lot that goes into it because we're so long-lived. There's old rivalries. There's a lot of stressors that come into play that wouldn't happen in shorter-lived races. The thing is, he was acting a lot like people did back in Silatair. Very full of themselves, very much. And he makes this very jittery hand gesture, just like he is a lot.
You think he's on drugs?
I think he might be a little unstable, because for a river elf, we're kinda chill. The fact that I'm as anxious as I always am is kind of an outlier. So to find someone who's a little that much more than me kind of concerns me. And Kay, she seems nice. I don't know if she's just used to him, but everyone seemed to be a little too accepting of his strangeness. You know?
Does
Like
that
they were
mean
afraid of him.
That's kind of the vibe I got. Did you not get that vibe?
I was kind of only just peeking from in the kitchen.
It was a lot.
So
I
what do you
don't think-
recommend
I did
then,
not-
Oran?
Oh god, you're
I
back.
did not get it. I did not get any vibes.
Sorry, I forgot that this
But then
conversation was
just
happening
me.
without me. Ignore me!
No, that works perfectly.
No, ignore me!
sorry, I just imagined Finnan was here.
I sometimes also imagine that Finnan is here. If I start to miss Finnan, I will just think in my head that he is here. Usually just when we are in separate places.
You know, we're gonna unpack that later.
I do that with a lot of people that I know.
What?
If I miss them, I just imagine that they are here with me. And
Aw.
it warms my heart.
It's really sweet and very weird.
And maybe sad.
Very sad, yeah. Knowing
Yeah.
Helga's tragic backstory.
Aw. And we do not know it,
Which-
actually.
Which we
None
don't,
of it.
because Helga has, like, barely had a chance to scratch the surface.
We're
This
awful
whole
friends.
show, we never hear Helga's backstory until, like, the end. Like, what was Helga's
All
backstory?
fucking stuck.
I figure we'll get to it eventually. Other people's things are happening.
We're all
So I
assholes
feel like
who
everything
aren't
else is
involved.
very naturally.
Anyway,
I don't want to just like I don't want to shoehorn character development, if that
We-
makes sense.
oh,
I'm
trust
gonna
me, you're gonna
shoehorn
get
it.
plenty. I'm gonna shoehorn it. Big old boots. So to actually cycle things back, Aran says, I think we should probably go with Finnan just to be sure, because with our track record of dealing with the governing bodies, not a good one.
Yeah.
So, you know, just to be safe.
Maybe doesn't that mean we should stay away? That was what I was thinking. That we
What?
don't have a good track record.
I
So
just
we should or no, we should be back up in case it goes sideways.
Thank you, Helga. Exactly,
I
good
get it
idea.
now.
Yeah.
I get what you are saying. I know it is not my idea. I know it was your idea. I am just now getting what you were trying to
Inception.
insinuate.
So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, please go kick tomorrow's butt, because if you don't, it's going to kick yours. That is not the outro, but I'm going to stick with it. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review, because it super duper helps us out. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe. Just hit it. Just punch it. Just give it a good old kick in the nuts. Leave a comment about your favorite part and your predictions for the next episode. I'd love to hear what you all think Love Vault is going to be like. I'm very interested to see what your predictions are about what's going to happen next. So go ahead and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dicey-decisions so you can support the show. We have a lot of new content that's going to be coming your way, and the more support we get, the more stuff we can work on, the more fun we can all have together. Thank you all so much for being here. Please be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night.